is Stephen, and from China, and now major in School of Business. And I've just graduated from IUP last semester, so this is the first semester I attend to the university, and I think I just finished level 4, then I attend to university. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Mohammed Hamadi, and I'm from the United Arab Emirates, majoring in finance, business school. This is my first year, so freshman. I was in IUP 1 year ago. I completed level 4 or 5.
Hello everyone, my name is Hussein Al-Khatib. I'm from Kuwait. My major and the reason why I'm crazy is electrical engineering. I'm a freshman. When did the IUP? Last year, I came to the IUP last year, and I completed level 3, 4, and 5.
Hello everyone, my name is Lina Makled. I'm from Venezuela. I'm majoring in biochemistry. I'm a senior and I was here in the IUP in 2012 and 2013. I did level 3, 4, and 5.
Hello everyone, my name is Khalid and I'm from Kuwait. My major is architectural engineering, second year, second semester, so like I'm almost there. Yeah, and I graduated from the IUP in 2015. I studied level 3, 4, and 5.
So I think one of the biggest differences between the IUP and the university is you get to choose your classes. So if you don't like the morning classes, and so I do, you can choose the late classes, and the structure of the classes as well. You may have like multiple kind of classes, style of classing, teaching. So one of them is like lecture. So lecture means like there is 100-something students in the classroom, and there is one professor who giving you the lecture. And I think the most important thing there is to take notes and really pay close attention with that. It's kind of difficult in these kind of classes to take to ask questions. However, it will get easier to ask your neighbors by the time you get know them.
I would like to add one thing. The big difference for me is the teachers and the students. The teachers here are so friendly. I mean, they would really, over there they're friendly too, but here they would really make sure that you got the information right and you know what you're doing. But when you go to UM, the professor doesn't go through the lecture and that's it. If you need any question, you got to go and see him. Like, he won't go over and ask you if you understand it or not. And for the students, in the IEP you get the chance to, sit every day next to the same person. You will know him. You guys gonna talk, because you guys go to the same class every day and you get to see him every day. So you have the chance to be friends with him more than any class in the university. So I think that the chance to have friends here is higher than when you go through the university, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I think you should get responsibility for yourself in university, because in there maybe the teacher will guide you to do anything. It's like in the board, and they teach you to do anything, but you should push yourself and force yourself to do everything in university. So I think this is important.
Like, I think one of the most important thing that I missed it the first semester was reading the syllabus, because everything you have to do it is basically in the syllabus, the dates, all the important dates, and make sure that everything works well, so you don't have your ticket before the
and every professor has a different rule. Every professor has a different rule. Yeah. Everyone they just want you to know what they want.
Yeah. I agree with all of them, and something that I would like to add is organization. It's key. It's very important for you to succeed in college. You need to get a planner or a calendar and just put everything, your exams and your due dates and stuff, and also in an everyday, in a daily basis, what are your homeworks? What do you have to do? What's more important? Because here you're kind of chilled in a way, because it's only about a language, but then there, like they said, you don't have your professors on top of you telling you what to do. Remember to do this, remember to do that. They don't care about it. It's on you. So it's on you to get organized and get stuff done.
Depends on your business and your teacher's business. I think now IEP is your teacher's business. I mean, your teachers lead you to get everything, but in university you should handle it everything, and you should take responsibility for yourself.
For me, making friends. That's the most skill that I've learned in IIT, and it is really helpful in the university to make friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. To be honest, being on time. I think that you guys have a rule here. I mean, until now, like if you skipped the first 10 minutes, you get like half absent, right? Yeah. So this rule, made me feel like more dedicated and like being on time, and this skill really helped me when when I got to UM.
I come from the same environment, so I would agree with him.
Yeah.
So something important that to add to that actually is the fact that it's really important to manage the things that you have to get it done and the things that you don't really need to get it done, but it's important to finish it in any ways. So like you have to manage between this, the things that you have to do it in your classes, like studying for midterms,
Marketing, for example.
projects, because they have another market. Anyways, and the organization, and I think that's a great key to get into the social life, into like in the university, because like you have to really know who's your classmates, and you have to know everybody in the school. So like not everybody, like almost everybody. So like if you have any problems, you can ask somebody, and they can help you out. Especially in the first semester, try as much as you can.
First weeks.
Yeah, first weeks, you're gonna struggle. That's something I think we all had it, and it's the key is to know anyone else struggling with you, and you get to help each other, and so you can solve your problems.
To me, it was reading and writing, because the amount of readings that you have in college, it's way more, and it's a little bit more complicated.
It's like times 10.
Yes, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just telling you to take seriously your writing classes, because I know it can be tedious to read a few pages per week or per day, and you might think this is a lot, like it's just an English class or whatever, but at the end it's going to help you a lot in your transition to UM, because as I said before, the amount is way bigger and it's at another difficulty level. So I'm just my advice for you would be, don't take for granted your writing and reading classes here, and try to do your best here, because it's definitely going to help you once you go there.
I like to say reading and writing, because I'm now just taking the English 105, so there are lots of international students, but they're good at reading and writing, so this is really tough for me, so you guys should practice your reading and writing skills in IEP, so you can handle it in university.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, is there an interesting part?
There is.
There is. I can't see it. I don't see it.
There are a lot of organizations and a lot of sororities, and you can get involved, but it depends on your interests. And as you go and just start meeting people and start finding out what your interests are and what you want to do next, you start, just getting involved in different organizations that, you have the chance to have fun and, just meet new people, and at the same time, they nourish you. You learn from them, in different ways, like in the academic level, the social level, etc.
And the hardest part is doing what she said.
It's hard.
Every year there's like a big event called the Cane Fest. You really have to go and see it, because it's like in a big exhibition for all the organizations.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you don't have an interest, probably you're gonna find what you like, because how many organizations?
200 and something.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're definitely gonna fit in 2 or 3.
Yeah, and there are organizations that you couldn't even imagine that existed. And it's just a little bit when there's a cooking club class. Well, wow.
There's a
But
frisbee.
yeah.
There's a frisbee.
Yeah, there's a pretty good team. I mean, but yeah, you definitely want to go to that and see what's out there. And it's usually the weekend before classes, so you can check that out.
Are they gonna send you emails?
A lot.
And check your emails.
Oh yes,
Really important.
Blackboard.
Please check your email.
I think the most interesting part is same as hardest parts. Like, 'cause I'm in the School of Business, so I have lots of teamwork to do.
Yeah.
So I think this is the interesting part, but it's the hardest because I have to try to communicate with them, and they are Americans, different from IEP. They are not international students, so I have to try to, there are sometimes really awkward and really embarrassing, but you have to try. So
Yeah.
this is hard, but if you finish, I mean, you accomplish this moment, you feel happy and feel, successful. So that's really hard, but interesting.
They won't make fun of you ever for your accent or anything. They know that you're struggling and you're actually the one who's making the effort to communicate with them. So they would totally understand and they would never laugh at you or judge you or anything like that. So don't be shy, even though it's hard. Don't be shy. Okay, for me, the attendance. I know that you think that here the IEPs, they're being very strict, but they're like honestly, they're trying to be nice to you. They're trying to, ease you in what is out there. There was this one class. It was like an introductory class that was taken, and I was doing well. And because I was doing well, I would skip classes. I didn't know how serious it was, the attendance. She said attendance mandatory. I'm like, okay, and I ended up getting a C because of my attendance. So, just yes. So take it seriously when your professor says to be on time, to not take your phone out, or try to follow the rules because they do make an impact on your grade.
There is a strange rule that I remember. I took an engineering class last semester, and the professor will take 60 points off from your homework if you handed the homework 5 minutes late.
Wow.
Yeah, so the class starts at 9 a.m. You got to be there at 8:55, so you can get the full mark on your homework. 60%. 60%.
Well, I'd like to say the credit in the quizzes or the exams. Like in my mathematics class, it's like I get 89 points, but I can just get maybe 18 points. But if you get 90 to 100, you can get 25. So it's really just 1 point.
Yeah.
You get so much,
Yeah.
gaps. So I can't remember. I can't forget this. So you have to work hard. So even if 90 points is seem like 100, but you have to try to get 100.
Yeah.
Have you seen any other campuses like cool as this? No, I haven't seen. I studied in Arizona before ASU, and it was so boring. It was desert, no green. It was so hot. But over here, they're cool. Every Wednesday, they bring us like farmers market.
Yeah. You can go to the international. Well, back then when I applied, I could go to the international students office and they would change the major. So I really don't know what the process is, but that would be a first step.
Yeah, from my friends, he changed the majors. Like he just get the paper and then finish all the parts and give to the advisor, and then the change. But I think it should be a finish of one semester. I don't think you can just change before the semester begins.
What's your major?
What's your major? Civil?
Physics.
I would
Math.
say calculus. Yeah, math, calculus.
And Calc 1, because it has 5 credits. All other classes has 3.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 classes.
Calculus 1, 5
Yeah.
credit. Calculus 2, 4 credit. And so you have to focus on math and physics. Yeah. Physics is not easy. I'm gonna say it. Physics is not easy.
I'm done with physics.
I struggled with physics. Yeah.
My advice, and it's something that I wish I had done, it's to get, you can get it on Canelink or go to your advisor and get it. It's to get the list of the classes that you have to take in order for you to graduate. So try to make like a draft of like to separate like, oh, I want to take this many credits in spring and then in the fall and these classes, and try to balance out your classes. Like, let's say you're a science major, so try to choose 3 science classes and 1 elective so that you can balance everything out. And then if you can take another class over the summer to like, just, it's just you have an idea and you're not like, the due date when you have to add your classes, you'll be like, oh, what class should I add, or oh, what's the next class, and then you're just lost. And because I did that, I have to take an extra semester because I didn't organize, I didn't know what classes I had to take, and I'm done with my sciences, but now I have to take a lot of electives because I didn't know what was that I had to take. So my advice would be try to get the list of the classes that you have to take and try to make a draft of like by semester how many credits you want to take and how you want to balance it out. Yeah, and don't depend on your advisor. Like, yeah, try to get information, but try to ask your friends, your classmates. If you don't know anyone, and let's say you're a civil engineering major, just take their contact information and ask them questions. That's what's going to help you. So try to get advice from your professors, your advisors, and your classmates. They'll give you an idea.
To read what is the materials before going to the class actually, and
Have the book.
yeah, read the book before. Like basically, if it's a chapter about something, go ahead and read about it before you go to class.
Participation is very important.
Yeah.
If you can, participate. Even if you think you are wrong, go ahead and do it.
And try to do your homework once you get it. I mean, don't wait to the last minute, because the homework is like, maybe will take you 4 hours.
Yeah.
So,
Depending on the
yeah,
program.
and you have, huh?
For one class.
For 1 class.
Yeah.
I mean, for 1 homework.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
One homework, one class, one professor.
I mean, it depends. Don't get
I mean,
scared.
it
It
depends
doesn't
on your
matter.
major.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Get scared? Okay.
You can transfer to business.
Yeah. Business is easy. Just kidding.
I think it's communication. It's like you must face lots of questions, problems in class. So you have to, after you communicate with your professor, with your friends, and with even with your parents, it's like it will help you. So I like to say more communications with everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, just try to write down your what is it that you have to do, and then prioritize like what's more important, what's near the due date, and then try to balance it out. Something that I would do during my first semester and even my second semester, I would try to do everything one day, and then I would just get so exhausted that I wouldn't like to continue doing. So try to be realistic when you're dividing your workload.
It varies, I think, from classes to another.
Yeah.
So like I'm taking right now business analytics. It's about Excel. It's requiring me a lot of time. I don't know if you take it.
Yeah.
So it's like it takes like about 3-4 hours to just finish one case.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, all depends on the classes. Some
But
classes
you
only
said you are
have
civil
to-
engineering, right?
you're not gonna take that.
Yeah. You gotta spend like double his time. Triple. I don't know.
No, some classes there is actually no homework, so you only have to do the assignments that are required in class. But other classes range around like 3, 4. Depends. All depends.
Yeah, it depends on class. It's like in business, in the school's business, there are lots of, teamworks, and like your assignments, like presentations, lots of, maybe there are 3 or 4 presentations in one semester. So you have to prepare. It's not like in IEP, you can just handle it in 1 week. It's like you have to, because of it's a group, so it's like 5 or 6 people, and you have to communicate with each other and just to try better, practice a lot, so you can get a better score. So it's hard.
And don't let anyone take advantage of you. Like, just divide the work and you do your own work. Like, this is what it is. And if you see that everyone is lacking, just, even if it's you who has to push them to do their job, it's the only way, because at the end of the day, it's also your grade. So, think about that. Right.
You're gonna have fun. Don't worry.
It is hard. It is very hard, especially the physics. Yeah, especially physics. Physics is very hard.
One thing that you may not know about, there's like many websites that that could help you with your homework.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, don't copy.
Check.
Check. Don't copy. You only can like go through the website and understand how the way of solving the problem, and then do it by yourself, and then plug the answer.
I think it's different from IEPs. Like the IEP's homework is like strictly. I mean, just finish this paper, just finish this page. But I think, especially in the School of Business, the homework is like abstractly. It's like just think about it and just consider about it, and just to give me suggestions for this like marketing strategy or like those things and like this stuff. So it's a little bit more focused on your thoughts, or focus on your thinking. So it's different from like
And the homework is going to be hard, and it's going to take you a longer time if you don't prepare for the class. If you're clueless about the homework, you're going to have to go to the book, read the chapter, look at the examples, look at your notes, and then start doing the homework. So it's going to take you longer if you start if you're not on time with your lectures, with your classes. So if you read beforehand, and I know it's hard to do because even sometimes I slack sometimes, but if you read before class and you're asking questions, you're trying to understand the topic, once you sit down and try to do your homework, it's going to get easier and it's going to take you less time.
And when you go through your first year, there's an advantage you might need called freshman forgiveness. If you didn't do good on one of your classes or two of your classes, it can be dropped, and then you can retake the class again, and it won't show you on your transcript. So don't worry if you didn't do good on your first year.
Yeah.
It's okay. I dropped the class and I had to retake it again. It's no.
about tests. It's like double everything, maybe triple. So like I've so this is a midterm week, right?
Yeah.
So you have to have lots of tests which you have to handle. Like in 2 p.m. I have a psychology test, and in 5 p.m. I have a business class test. So I have lots of tests. It's not like in IP, but it's not every test is the same credits. Like have quizzes, have tests, and have finals. It's different, but you have to prepare. Yeah.
Read before the class, like read the chapter before you go to it, and then highlight whatever you think that is important, and take notes while you are in the class. After the class, if you didn't get anything like you needed to get it, you can ask your classmates. If you couldn't, you can go to the office hours. That's really important. Like the office hour, I think the professor will be really happy that you are in the office hour.
Yeah.
That might be an advantage for you.
I mean, some of the classes just makes no sense to copy. I mean, to take notes, and some other classes they're so necessary. But for me, I don't know. Notes doesn't work for me. I'm bad at taking notes. So what I do is I focus on the homework, and I be really dedicated on the lecture. Yeah, that's what I do.
Well, my method for taking notes, like I think my classes all have course documents you can find it in the Blackboard. So I don't care. I mean, I'm not focused on what the PowerPoint show us. So I just focus on what teacher said. So I just knows what teacher's important. It's like there was the professor said, this is the most important thing. Is like what note this, but in like PowerPoint we can just review in home, so it's not a big deal. So just focus on the class and focus on the professor.
It depends on your class, but let's say that you want to take notes on your computer. It's not like I'm going to give you a tip to be fast, because practice makes you perfect. Yeah, but you just need to keep practicing, even though if it's hard, even though if it's annoying. Something that you can do that is something that I heard, and I don't actually do it, but if you're really worried about that, you can just sit while you're watching a show or something. Just take 10 minutes and start typing and see what you got from it and what's the most important thing. But yeah, basically just start checking, just type and check with your professor what's important or not. Something that he said is very important is that if you read beforehand, you know what's important.
Yeah.
So you won't have to, when you don't know what's important in your class because you're completely lost, you want to type everything. And it's gonna be impossible, you're gonna get lost and you're not gonna get anything. So if you read beforehand, you're not only gonna be able to understand your professor, but you're also gonna be able to take good notes that are gonna help you to study for the exam.
And moreover to add, I have seen some students, they use their iPads,
Yeah.
some cool apps you can
Yeah.
find for taking notes.
Yeah.
You also can draw and type at the same time, and then when you go back home, you can print it and you can send it by email. So there's many ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on your major. So like, sorry, what's your name?
Stephen.
Stephen. So me and Stephen in business school, we have a lot of presentation. Like right now I have 2 presentations and I'm only taking 2 business classes. So like of course you're gonna have a presentation in business school. And how professional is it? It depends on the class. So like I have a marketing class. It just a regular presentation. It doesn't require me to dress up professional way or anything else. But I had a business one-on-one, and they require you like to wear all the how you could be the suit and the tie. They make sure even the shoes is not the fancy one or like they're gonna make sure everything.
Act like a company.
Yeah. So it depends on the class.
Some of the classes, they would drop the lowest quiz and the lowest midterm. Some of them, but not all of your classes.
Depends on the
Yeah.
professor.
Yeah.
But you always can like push. If you're an A student, you won't have like as much free time. But I mean, try to balance.
It depends on you, and I mean, to me, it has worked in the way I have chosen my classes,
Yeah.
and the way once I chose my classes, how I distributed the time. Like at first, like my first year, even though I would just take classes and that was it, I wouldn't even have time to do anything outside school. And then as I started getting organized, I would get more involved on campus activities and have the course loads and stuff, and I would get some free time. So it does depend on your time, your efficiencies inside.
I find my apartment more messy than before.
It's true.
To be honest with you, I think like the friends that you made it here in
Yes.
the IEP going to be until you be your friends until you graduate.
That's true. That's true.
Plus, you're gonna have like the friends who you just like say hi and that's it.
Yeah.
There are a
Like,
lot
you
of
don't know their
them.
name,
They
you
hi.
used to be in your
I don't
class.
know what hi guys, but there are gonna be a lot of them, but they're not really your friends.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's my own experience.
If you talk to them, they.
I don't know. It depends on you, I guess.
Maybe in teamwork they will get well with you, but after the homework and teamwork,
They get you in their
yeah,
moments.
they're
But
just
for
a
example, in your experience, in Nick's experience,
People from-
what do you think?
People from my country, international.
And Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a mix. Yeah.
I think the connection with international students will be friendly. It's like
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
they
sure.
would understand you.
Yeah.
yeah,
struggle,
maybe
yeah.
feel warm with each other. Yeah, it's like
I found it for myself, like, I think I'm struggling with the fact that American use the words that I don't understand. Like, the first meeting I was in the business meeting, and they were saying cheesy. I was like, what is that? And I discovered that this means like something, I even cannot explain it right now. But so like they're using a lot of fancy words that I don't know what does it mean, and I'm just like talking and I'm just using the academic words, and they don't understand you. So there's not really a good communication between each other. But they are really good people, and don't feel like I'm saying like, oh, they are terrible. No. I mean like we get along with each other because we understand. Oh, if I said cheesy, I need to explain it to him because like okay, I got it. So that's why.
The same thing happened to me. Like when I walk, an American guy come to me saying, "What's up?" I don't know what to answer. I'm just walking.
exactly.
Same. I still don't know what to answer to that. What's up? And I think
What's
it's
up? And they're
really-
like, "I'm good."
expressing their, I don't know, the other, I mean, of course, it's like in business class, they check, they research the information so fast. I like to ask them why they're so fast. It's like their, I mean, natural, I mean, ability to get to search information. So just, I think it will help you to, because in university you have to research lots of information. So have to grasp some information, you have to pick up some information. So it's like in, especially in Google Docs, you will say that American students like, oh, what, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page, you just have one.
Don't be shy and ask them. Like I would ask them, how do you take notes, or what do you think it's important to take notes on in this class? And they would tell you. And how do you study? And you know, I would ask different Americans, or sometimes I would say, hey, do you think I can join you just to see what's the dynamics? And you know, so you can learn from them if you want. And they're very nice. They understand that you're struggling and the changes, you know. So if you can do that.